Hi and welcome to Element Z3. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and keep showering your love. Every like, every subscribe matters a lot. Today we're going to deal into the features of a newspaper report. So we are going to do a report writing and what are the important features that we need to consider while we are doing that. Let's begin our journey with the same. First and foremost, newspapers have a range of features that attract the reader, isn't it? Once you hook your reader, that is the time you would enjoy to see that particular news. So that is the first and foremost criteria that we are going to look into and take care of. Next is, can you think of any of these features? What it could be, either a picture or a tagline. So let's see how it goes further. Therefore, I have got, let's go to the next one. So the next one says an introductory paragraphs, which is going to include your 5 W's, okay? Your 5 W's is something which are very important. We are going to see in the further video how you're going to deal with. At this point, by far, we have seen the name of the newspaper, the headline, it could also have a subheadline, and finally you have your introductory paragraph with 5 W's, okay? These W's are the things, something we are going to look into in the next slides, in the coming video. Now, you need captions for all pictures. The main attracting thing that we actually get lured to watch a news report or to look for that article is the picture. And if that picture has a short caption, it actually is a first game changer or a key that will let you apparently go to the whole article to be read. Next is facts about the main events. We are going to look into these aspects as well. We are just seeing the overview, how my article looks. Next, my article is always to be written in a third person and past tense, but of course we have witnessed the whole thing which has happened, or you have gathered the news and that is how you are going around. So it's always in third person and it's already taken place, therefore it's past tense. Next is I have to write my quotes in direct speech. Always we write it in the quotes, okay? It's important that you give these quotes and then you write what the respective person has said, all right? And finally, you need to have a conclusion paragraph to explain what might happen next, isn't it? That's why we do not reveal the whole thing at one go. It is one at a time that we take our steps, and same is what we are going to do here. The next step that we're going to look into is our headline, okay? So what does my headline need to have? You have to try to grab the reader's attention. It might even use a pun, a rhyme, or an alliteration, okay? Which one of these catchy headlines makes you want to read more, all right? Now, when we are talking about that it wants you to make you read more, let me give you 1 or 2 examples and then you can pause the video and look for one, okay? So suppose it says Roman coin surprise for Mrs. Ship. Doesn't it sound so nice and intriguing? Let's look for one more. Back to earth with a bump. Wow. So that I have come here and I am reporting because maybe I stayed in the space. So that is so interesting. The next one says, lucky lottery winners win again. Yay. So this is how our line or our headlines should be catchy. All right. You can pause the video here, say for 30 seconds and look or think, brainstorm, what would your headline be? How are you luring your readers to read your report? All right. So after 30-second pause, let's go to the next one. Baggins is back. All right. Wicked Wolf gets his just desserts. If in case you have changed your mind, you want some other headline, you can pause again and think of the headline that you wish to apparently put up. Okay, let's go ahead with the next part, which is my introductory paragraphs. As I said, we are going to deal with those 5 W's. Okay, so a newspaper report begins with an introductory paragraph that includes the 5 W's. Let's see what are they. First is what happened. Very important. When we saw back to the bump, we saw lucky winner in the lottery. My next is what she must have won, how much she must have won, how did she get that lottery, and what else, isn't it? So, first is what happened. Next is when did it happen? Indeed, isn't it? We need to know, was it one in the new year? Was it after new year or before new year? Accordingly is what we see the stat. Where did it happen? Exactly, isn't it? So was it somewhere in which part of the world was it? So exactly the next time if I am traveling or if I am living here, I am aware of my surroundings and things that are happening. Who was involved? You never know, do I know this person or I had seen someone? It could be suspicious. We are always alert what is happening. So it's good to know who was involved. Finally, why did it happen? Isn't it? The root cause is something we always need to know. That is a prime importance that we need to take care of. All right. So if you see, my 5 W's are very well answered. Back to earth with a bump, reported by Amanda Kelper. Isn't it? So I need to be, since I am the reporter, I would write my name. Media correspondent, London. Where is this showing? This is in the London. All right. So after a 6-month stay on International Space Station, ISS astronauts Tim Peake, Yuri Malenchko and Timothy Kopra have finally returned home to Earth. You can pause here, look for all 5 W's, and then you see how you want to make your introductory paragraph. So write down your 5 W's and write down the answer. How do you want your introductory paragraph to be? So after your 30-second pause, let's go ahead, or a minute, how much ever time, that's fine. But this paragraph is what is going to gauge people or lure people to read your article further. Going ahead, my captions and pictures. We are all in great love with the pictures, right? Pictures are what actually keeps the readers hooked up, to be frank enough. So sometimes even if I have not seen the headline, but the picture is interesting, how is the picture supposed to be? It is necessary that it should have a caption. Why? Because this caption will help you to tell the story by giving the reader a snapshot of what has happened, where it has happened, or who it happened to. Isn't it? As we love to see our pictures, but of course, even in the news, the picture is of prime importance. A caption explains to the reader what is happening in a picture. All right. So I see that caption is usually placed underneath the picture. We'll see an example as well. By far, you can imagine or just think that what your picture is going to be. And under that picture, what catchy line am I going to write? Its caption is maybe of a line or two, not more than that. So what is your best shot of the statement that you're going to put for that? Next, now you see this picture, all right? What do you think a report using this picture would be about, okay? You can actually stop here and think of the caption that you would like to give. The best caption that a photo or this picture could have. Facts about the main events. A newspaper must give information that is factually correct about the events. You just cannot say anything that comes in your mind or what you thought or your assumption. Can you decide which of these sentences you think are facts and which are opinions? Are you ready for them to place? Okay, let's begin. The man had a beard and wore a black coat. Have you thought whether it's a fact or an opinion? Perfect. Next sentence. I am the smartest person in the class. Okay. Is it a fact or an opinion? Okay. Let's go to the next statement. Yellow is the best color. Okay. Do you consider it as fact or opinion? You shouldn't go swimming in the sea. Do you consider it to be fact or opinion? Have you decided? Perfect. It took the runner 84 days to complete the extreme race. Have you decided? Perfect. Mrs. James lives at 103 Blake Drive. Are you ready to get them actually sorted up? All right. Oh, we have the last one here. The truck arrived to pick up the jewels at 3 o'clock. Wow. Let's see the difference now. Okay, are you ready to tick mark whether your check is right or not? The man had a beard and wore a black coat. It's a fact, isn't it? Very much absolutely he's wearing it. I am the smartest person in the class. It could be an opinion. Some people might agree, some people might not agree. Yellow is the best color? Depends. Everyone has their own best color. Okay. You shouldn't go swimming in the sea. That is again an opinion. Depends. If you're okay, that's fine. If you're not a good swimmer, you would not risk it. It took the runner 84 days to complete the extreme race. Apparently, he's run his marathon and it took him that much day. The newspaper has recorded it. Mrs. James lives at 103 Blake Drive. It's a fact. The truck arrived to pick up the jewels at 3 o'clock. It's a fact. Write in the third person and past tense. Your newspaper or your news article is something which has already happened. So when I'm saying a third person, okay, write about what happened to others, like he, she, they, them, not from your own perspective, okay? It has to be something which is valid aspect. Past tense. Newspaper articles are normally an example of a recount text. They are written in the past tense as the event has already taken place, right? This is what I was trying to emphasize on. The event has already taken place. We are writing a report of a thing which has already happened. Okay? So please bear this in mind. Third person and past tense. So let's see the quotes that I could put. So quotes are something which is always in your speech, your direct speech, right? So these quotes are of great importance. The vitality is here that I need to have the speech marks definitely. Therefore, quotations tells us what has been said and who has said it. They can help to make the story credible by giving the reader the opinions of people involved. Remember to use inverted commas, okay? The emphasis lays here. We are all jumping around and dancing in the living room. We never believed it could happen again, Alicia commented. Sally asked me to stop working because I was about to hit whatever she had seen. I hadn't even spotted them, commented builder Carl Webb. All right, so it's not always necessary you have to say said. You saw how different things also you can use. During these checks, Peake was asked how it felt to be home. The smells of earth are so strong and it's wonderful to be back in the fresh air. That was such a happiness that he's actually expressed. It's a brilliant feeling. It's been a long road. I'm happy, but I'm relieved. It's great to be in the history books as one of the greatest. I'm proud of myself, he told reporters. Finally, we come to the concluding paragraph. All right. In this concluding paragraph, is often used to tell the reader what might happen next. This is a suspense builder, isn't it? All right, so what might happen next is our thinking, isn't it? Here comes my perspective. So how does my whole article look? Is I have my headline, I have the reporter, then you have a small sub-headline maybe, which is for catching. Okay, then you have your introductory paragraph, the 5 W's. You have your facts and opinions, your quotes, and your picture. Your picture is very important, and you see this caption that is of great importance. All right, the vitality lays there. Let's see further now. So if you see my introductory paragraph, beautifully it is put. 2 winners have exclusively revealed that they'll be donating pound of their win to local, national and international charities. They need the money more than we do, stated Mrs. Mills. We'll treat ourselves to a nice meal out somewhere and give the rest to the family. We have our health and happiness, so what more could we ask for? Beautiful, isn't it? Health is wealth, as we know, and that is what she has conveyed as the best model for us. So the news says, what features do you need to remember to include in your newspaper report? Let's take a look at it, okay? So my features are an interesting headline, absolutely, okay? The next thing, I hope you can check with me as well. You kept on pausing as and when we did each aspect of the report writing. Next is an introductory paragraph that includes 5 W's. Facts about the main events that were there, okay, that happened, an absolute validation that what and where, why, everything. Quotes are written as direct speech. So have I written in my direct speech? Like Sally asked me to stop, and because I was about to disturb, she'd been hadden, and all these aspects that you do. You can actually pause here and keep doing one thing at a time. It'll be of great help so that at the end, when everything is displayed, you are a little bit understanding or brainstormed or in your revisiting zone that I just want to now maybe do my punctuation, my capitalization. Next is the name of the newspaper. Absolutely important. Okay, the name of the newspaper has to be mentioned there. Write in the third person and past tense like we saw. Do I have this aspect fulfilled? Okay, check. A final concluding paragraph explains what might happen next. Like we told, we might think that, it says, decided where the coin will be put in public display. So it's just found by far. Where is it going? Who's going to place it? We need to check all that. And finally, you have your captions that are added to the pictures. It's of best thing to hook your reader or say lure them. I can use that word as well. So a newspaper report checklist. Okay. Now you're going to check. Did I write the name of the newspaper at the top? Check. Create an interesting headline and sub-headline. Let's check that. So that is a check. Start with an introductory paragraph which includes my 5 W's. Have you checked? You can pause if in case the video is faster for you. Add captions to all pictures. Check. Include facts about the main events. Check. Write in third person and past tense. Please check. Use quotes written as direct speech. Check. Finish with a conclusion paragraph to explain what might happen next. Isn't it? Like, she found the coin. What is it going to be happening? Is she going to be able to keep it with her, or it's going to go to government? So finally, yay! My newspaper report is going to be shared with my partner or in my class. And we'll try that I have included everything. So kindly go through the checklist if in case you want to reiterate or revisit your work. Thank you for staying tuned till end. See you in another video. Do keep liking, subscribing and sharing and showering your love. Every like, every subscribe matters a lot to us. It's a motivation which lets me make more videos. See you in the next one. Take care.